Have you ever been in this situation? You're building a house and you're doing it peacefully and you haven't realized that it started becoming night because you've got torches placed everywhere, right? And you're looking at the ground, placing blocks, not necessarily paying attention to where the sun is. All of a sudden you hear the horrible hiss and explosion sound behind you. A creeper has just blown up. Now in this situation, there are 4 reasonable options for you to do. Do you A. Fill it in completely and waste time? B. Fill it in smartly by filling in every second layer? C. Only cover the top? Or D. Act like a deranged psychopath and just not do anything about it? Hi, my name is Ryan, aka Mr. Ivory, and I have a very strong stance about why I don't fill in creeper holes fully. Now, of course, I cover only the top, I have to admit, and there are a lot of good reasons as to why I do this. Some people will call me crazy just doing this, but the real crazy people are the people that have something blow up and then don't do anything about it, claiming it adds character, or are just straight up being lazy. I mean, we all have that one person on our server who is just running around, placing blocks everywhere for no particular reason, and is leaving creeper holes everywhere, and we all hate that person. Anyways, as a builder, I do a lot of terraforming, so that means lots of digging of dirt and stone and anything else that goes into a hill, right? So that means any small optimization to that can really save a lot of time in the long run. Whether that be digging underground and finding that there's a cave there, that saves time because there's less digging to do, or having small chunks of the land missing. Now you can probably see where I'm going with this. If you only fill in the top layer of a creeper hole and say you put a torch inside to stop things spawning in there, not only does it look cosmetically on the outside look exactly the same as doing either A or B, but it also saves you time, gains resources, and saves you time in the future. Now, of course, I have mentioned in the last video card in the top right that I do a little bit of min-maxing in games, so any amount of time saved, if I can justify it, is good time saved. Now, in this specific situation, it also allows me to be lazy, so it's like a win-win-win. Now, you may be wondering, how does it save time now in the future, and how does it save resources? Now, obviously, you don't always get all of the dirt back when a creeper blows up, but you get enough to justify not using all of it to fill all of it in, and you quite often have a lot of torches on hand anyways. So you might as well use them, right? So by only covering in the top of the creeper hole, I get to save some of the dirt that the creeper graciously blew up for me, which I can use later on down the track to either finish a mountain or finish something else that I'm working on. In terms of saving time now and in the future, not only do I have to place less blocks, it doesn't take as long, and I can get back to what I was doing quicker. Which, if you're in building mode, you know that it's really important to not get out of that zone, otherwise you get distracted, and for me personally, I just end up running around and around for hours watching YouTube videos, and it's not good. So not only do you get back to what you were doing quicker, but in the future, it means you have less blocks to mine if you're going to mine in that area. Now, it doesn't seem like much nowadays with efficiency 5, but especially in early game, if you have a lot of creeper holes, it can save a lot of time if you just have a normal shovel that doesn't have enchantments on it. With the filling in every second layer one, there are a couple of problems with that, and one of them is thinking. When I'm playing Minecraft, I'm not necessarily looking to think all that often, instead just place and do what feels right. You may argue that there isn't a whole lot of thinking to be done with it, but it does require enough thinking to line up the top perfectly, otherwise you end up missing it by a block and you have 2 dirt layers next to each other, which the real reason why people do the every second layer method is to save dirt and stop things spawning, which if that happens, they've screwed up. They haven't saved dirt, they've stopped things spawning, but way back in their mind, they're gonna know that they didn't use their dirt efficiently. Me, however, on the other hand, gets to use the dirt that I gained somewhere else. Sure, I've placed down a torch, but like, torches are cheap as hell, and everything looks the same. I go on about my day. Now, obviously, I can understand the other stances on the subject, such as filling it in completely just, I don't know, makes it better in your mind or something. I don't really see the argument fully for this one. Every second layer makes a little bit more sense, and just leaving it open is what deranged psychopaths do. Why would anyone ever do that? You just stop it, man. Leave the server. I'll ban you myself if you ever come on my server and do that. So long as you're not leaving them open and you're not allowing things to spawn in them, you're a good enough human being. And maybe we could learn something from this situation. Maybe instead of completely calling out each other, if nothing can spawn there and we're all happy with our own methods, maybe we can just let it slide. say good job, you stopped something spawning, you filled in the creeper hole, you're a good human being. Not quite sure why I'm trying to put something philosophical in at the end of this video. Someone's just gonna get mad at me, and then next thing I know I'll be cancelled on Twitter. Does it really matter? Yeah, I don't know why you're still here. This is the end of the video. Not much more to say, really. Just gonna keep talking till it's over. Probably over by now. You're still here? What are you doing? Go watch something else. Go away. Shoo.